tutorial, the Fast Start video. My name is Ted. I'm the developer of this software. I originally did this so that I could create faster estimates for my own company. I've been a remodeling contractor for over 35 years. I've sold over $10 million in remodeling, and I've sold over $1 million in remodeling this year alone using this software. I think it's the fastest, best, most customizable software on the market, and I hope you'll agree. So let's jump right in. This is the homepage of the website. We're going to go up to the login button and we will type in our username and password. Log in, and I got that wrong. See if I get it right this time. Okay, here's the home page of the software itself, and we're going to go to New Client. And as you can see here, we can type in John Smith as a fictitious client. Here you can enter the contact information, and it's a good idea to do so because this will print out on all of your reports. After that, you come down to the work areas, and this is where you start to determine what your estimate's going to be. These are divisions on the top row, and these are user defined. Like everything else in this software, it is customized for you. You put these divisions in here. So these are truly just example divisions. Under each one, you can have these different work areas, and there's only a few shown, but you can choose as many as you want. So let's say we're going to estimate a bathroom, and now we drop down and we want to name this estimate. I name mine the very first time an original. That way, if this same client wants us to do a second estimate or a revised estimate, we can name it revised number 2, revised number 3, what have you. Click on create new estimate. And here we have a bathroom that we're estimating. We can add items. We'll click that. That brings up our baths cost book, and we can scroll down and we can choose the items that we want on it. I'm just going to do this at random to show you how it works. Click go to estimate. Now those items are now here in the bath estimate area. So we can add another area if we choose to. Let's say we want to do a kitchen estimate. Click add, and now we can add items to our kitchen estimate. I wanted to quickly get to this page so that I could show you something. And what I want to show you is that we need to get one page back, the client area, where we entered the client information, and when we got down here to start our estimate, we had some divisions to choose from. Under each division, we had some work areas to choose from. You can't write an estimate until you have divisions and work areas and a few other things. Let's go to that next page we were on, the estimate page. When I went to add items, I clicked on this button. Where did it take me? It took me to a baths cost book. We don't have cost books in a brand new software package that you will open because you haven't added your divisions, you haven't added your work areas, and you haven't added your cost books. Now, within this cost book, I have these different categories. The category is shown on these blue lines. And I have these database items. So until you add these categories and these database items, it's hard to write an estimate. What you're going to see is this can be done very, very quickly. And this is part of the beauty of this software. So let's just go back to the estimate page, and here we could enter quantities. We could change that database item from the estimate page. We could change the description, the title, we can change all of the prices, and we can either save it for this estimate only, or we can save it to our master list. This is the first time you've heard of a master list in this video. Let me close this and go back to this page, this estimate page. Up here it says create ML item. ML refers to the master list. The master list is where all of your database items are stored. You may have 100, you may have, like myself, 300. If you buy a different software, you'll have 10 to 15,000, but none of them will be customized for you, and you'll have to hunt and peck through them every time you try to write an estimate. So that is what the master list refers to. It's your database. So let's go to where you're going to create your database, to the admin section. Here we are in the admin section. I'm going to skip over the upper area. It talks about the estimate page and the reports and which prices you want to show and which prices you don't want to show, whether you want a discount or not, things like that. And those are in a different module. Where we're interested in for this video is the edit sections. Here we can create divisions. Click on this button and you can click on this one to add a new division. As you can see, I've already put 4 in here to demonstrate for you how this looks. There are a maximum of 4 divisions. This is the only place in the software where you are truly limited. You can only have up to 4 divisions. What you'll find is you probably only need 1, maybe 2, certainly not more than 4. And they can be anything you want them to be. They are the macro version of your company. So here we have some divisions. Let's go back to the admin dashboard, and under divisions, we have work areas. Let's click on work area. So here are some different work areas, and you can, again, define these any way that you want to. It's just level 2 in your organization chart. Level 1 would be division. Under division, you can have anything you want to have there. And the sky is the limit, and your own imagination is the limit. However, it is best to break down the divisions and then work areas, or if you want to call it top level and then second level of your company organization. This is the way you do it. And you can have many work areas. As you can see, for fun, I put in office work area, pole barns, and then produce or tours. Truly, this is a very customizable type of software. You could be any kind of company and set this up just for you. So let's go back to the admin dashboard. And now we have cost books. We have to have these as well so that you can really speed up your estimating. In my company, we do a lot of bathrooms, kitchens, additions, and basements, and some general renovations. Now, I don't want to write an estimate for a bathroom and have to hunt and choose through all 300 of my database items, because I want this estimate written in minutes, not hours. So when I click on a bathroom work area, it brings up a bath cost book. In that bath cost book, there are only things that would pertain to a bathroom estimate. In other words, I'm not going to see foundation or excavation in a bathroom estimate. So I quickly delete those by creating a cost book with only bathroom items in it. Same thing with kitchens and additions and basements. This will speed up your estimating dramatically and help you be more accurate, because if you have 10,000 database items to choose from, what are the chances that you're going to forget something? Pretty strong, because it's going to be confusing. If you're only looking at items that would go in a kitchen, what are the odds that you're going to be looking at 50 cost items and miss something? Not very likely. So this not only speeds things up, but it makes it much more accurate. You will love using this software. So let's go back to the admin dashboard. Okay, We've added some divisions. We've added some work areas. We've created some cost books. Cost item category is those things within your cost book that you want to have in there. And let's say framing. You'll break down framing into database items, but this is a category at this level. Same thing with masonry or windows or plumbing. And again, these are user defined. You can have quite a few of them. You can put whatever you want to in there. And let's go back to admin dashboard. Now we've created divisions, work areas within those divisions, cost books for each of those work areas, cost item categories, and now the master list. So here is our master list. Here are the different categories. For instance, Windows. Under Windows, we have a variety of cost items. You can see over here, I've put in prices for each of these, and I can edit those very quickly and easily from this page. And as I demonstrated earlier, you can also do that from the estimate page. So, and you can create a new master list item, and this button will very quickly allow you to create similar items. You can save. In this case, I'm just going to close out. So this is the master list. This is the heart of your estimating software. This has all of your database items in it. Now, I've got 300. It took me about 2 days to put this cost list, or excuse me, this master list together, this database of the items that I wrote the descriptions for, and I put the prices in. A couple of days is nothing for what you get out of this once you've done it, because this is customized for you and you use it forever. So you can add master list item by clicking this button, enter the title, the description, your cost. You can assign it to whatever categories you've created, and you can assign it to these cost books. Can you see how you can very quickly populate your cost books? As you create these master list items, you decide which cost books you want them in. I have my general renovations cost book being my catch-all. Every database item is in it. So every time I add a bathroom item, I will click on, it's just turning the corner here. That's the bathroom cost book. I will also put it in the general renovations because if I am quickly going through an estimate, I don't know which cost book a humidifier is in. I can quickly jump over to my general renovations cost book, and I'll show you how to do that right now. I'm just going to close out of here, and we're going to go back to our estimate. You'll see there are a lot of buttons to get back to your estimate. They're at the top of the page, at the bottom of the page. I want you to quickly be able to get where you need to go. So I said if I needed to change cost books, I could. That's the next button. You can add items here. You can change your cost book here, and simply go straight to your cost book. And again, this is a temporary cost book just for demonstration purposes. All right, there's one more thing I want to show you. And I will go to the bottom of this page to get back to admin. Now, what I want to show you is to speed things up for you. If you want to write an estimate right now and it looks like the cost books that I have for my own company might work well for you, or my master list items, simply click this button, import master data, and you can import by selecting all or one at a time, and then import selected items. You can upload my cost book. Now, here is my disclaimer. This is for my company. You really should go through every single one of these cost items, if you're going to import my data, and put the wording just like you want it for each of these cost items, the way you want to see it, and put the cost in that you know is your true cost on these things. Now, you're going to be able to manipulate your markup, and you'll be able to change your discount or not have a discount. You're going to have a lot of control over this. But to start off with, you've got to have a database you trust. And so it's very important, even if you upload this data, go in and edit it, make it yours. And that is the Fast Start video. I'm going to close out of here. I'll go back to the admin dashboard. We covered all of these items. We imported some master data. I'll go back to the home page and wish you well. I'll see you on the next module.